be a review of the entire Alpha and Omega series as it stands November 2017 by Patricia Briggs. Okay, this, I know I'm doing No Shave in November and books by male authors, but this was taunting me and I had to pick it up. And then I ended up binging the novella and then books 1 through 4 in 3 days. For those of you who have heard me talk about my favorite series or watched my favorite urban fantasy series video, this is neck and neck with the Kate Daniels series by Ilona Andrews. I don't know which video I'm posting first. I did a review on 1 through 4 because I reread them recently, but this is a new read for me and it's so good. So it's going to be really hard to talk about this if you haven't read the Mercy Thompson series, but the Mercy Thompson series, the main character Mercy deals with werewolves, but she herself is not one. She's a Native American coyote walker. The two main characters, Charles, who is Mercy's foster brother kind of a thing, but he's also like the big bad boogeyman, like assassin type deal, justice keeper of the werewolves, is the main love interest in this book. And then so we've never really gotten to deal with Charles too much, like ever in the Mercy Thompson series. We just hear of him and how just aloof and very fucking scary he is. In this book, we get to deal with, we learn his thought process, and I really enjoy that. So whereas the Mercy Thompson series is first person, this book is this entire series is third person point of view. Now, Cry Wolf. Whew. Cry Wolf is book 1. Alpha and Omega is book 0.5. It is the prequel novella, and it is not optional. If you just read Cry Wolf without reading the novella, you're going to be confused AF. Let me just get that out there right now. It says 0.5, and if you're looking on Goodreads or whatever, it says Cry Wolf is book number 1. If you just open it, get into it, it's like you got dropped kind of like dead in the middle of a romance novel and you don't know what's going on with these two characters. So you need to read 0.5. Now, Anna, who is our female werewolf, is an Omega, hence Alpha and Omega, because Charles the Big Bad is an Alpha wolf, obviously, and then there is our Omega. Our Omega is basically a werewolf who soothes the tempers of all the other werewolves, amongst other things. She is supposed to be a coveted werewolf, but she is in a really seriously abusive situation, and that's how Charles comes upon her, because her pack has to be made accountable for some things, and one of them is their treatment of Anna. Now, this is in 0.5. They interact, and we kind of find out about their relationship, and this is not a romance story, like romance drawn out centric kind of a deal, so it's not like you're all the way through the book and like, are they gonna get together? Are they not? No, they like together very soon in the prequel, but the book is about them getting on equal footing and dealing with her abuse and etc, etc. Now I will say, if you've read the Mercy Thompson series and have not read the Alpha and Omega series, I think it was book 3 in the Mercy Thompson series did deal with sexual assault, and there was like vague references to that incident afterwards. This book, this whole series, deals with a lot of things that will require trigger warnings. I'll just let that be known right now. If you need to know what those things are, if you are the kind of person that needs trigger warnings and you would like to be careful about it, I advise doing research, or you could just ask me down in the comments or send me a message on Goodreads and I will tell you what those situations are in each book. But whereas the Mercy Thompson series, it's dealing with Mercy and her interactions with people, these Alpha and Omega, Charles and Anna, are kind of like, it's like Law and Order SVU with the werewolves. They're not dealing with specifically things that are done to them. They're dealing with other people that are misbehaving, and they kind of go around to police that shit, while we are also dealing with like Charles and Anna's relationship a little bit, because they have to kind of figure out how they're gonna work together, because Anna was very, very abused and brutalized in her old pack, and Charles is very much the alpha wolf of all alpha wolves as far as personality goes, and they kind of got to figure out how to deal with each other without, fucking it up. What I really do enjoy about this book, though, is that even though Charles is major alpha personality, he's not that annoying alpha personality, just like, I have to like protect you all the time and smother you and blah blah blah. He's like, no, you've been, you've had some pretty fucked up things done to you and etc. And the best way that I can protect you is to teach you how to protect yourself. So if you're in a situation and nobody is around, you can fuck shit up on your own. I love that. And that he actively acknowledges that she needs to be able to protect herself, and he teaches her how to fight, how to spar, like what other people's weak spots are, how not to be afraid, so that she's not dependent on him, because that's not what the relationship is. And I really freaking enjoy that. Like I said, though, these are a lot darker than the Mercy Thompson series, but I do so enjoy the fact that Anna is a werewolf, because Mercy didn't deal with a lot of pack politics in Alpha Wolf kind of a thing, because she was not a werewolf, and she was therefore like separated from and outside of that whole like hierarchy bullshit. Anna deals with it. She's still not really involved in it, because an Omega Wolf is still kind of separate from it, but she's still actively in a pack. And as a werewolf, there is a lot of like the just carnal, primal kind of a werewolf things that make me love them. I'm sorry, I like alpha male characters. I don't like alpha male characters that like do fucked up things and everybody's like, he's just an alpha male and this is what, no, that's not what I mean. I like, though, alpha characters like Charles, who is a strong personality but doesn't have a weak mate, and teaches her how to be strong on her own without him or anybody else. So if he loses his shit one day, she could fuck him up if need be. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I enjoy that kind of alpha male. So this, I actually think I like this better than the Mercy Thompson series. Even though, ooh, Lord, it's a little dark at times. It is a little dark. There's a lot of assault in these series. There's a lot of dwelling on Anna's assault and a lot of very cavalier mention of assault in some instances. So if you're the kind of person that cannot or just doesn't enjoy reading about things of a sexual nature that will require some people to need triggers, then this probably, you should read the Mercy Thompson series and then not this one. But if that kind of thing doesn't bother you and you like a darker kind of a tale, it's still urban fantasy / paranormal romance, but these are a lot darker than the Mercy Thompson, then you will enjoy these. I blew through them quickly. I fucking love them, and I pre-ordered the next one, which I think comes out in May. These are a lot grittier. These are a lot grittier than the Mercy Thompson series. It's like Werewolf, Law and Order, SVU. So remember, what Law and Order SVU investigates, and just a lot of that type of thing pops up. And I like pack politics. I do. Like that whole, like, just trying to discover who the alpha male is, and all of those don't look in the eye type of a things that come along with being a werewolf. I love those. I'm sorry. I do. No, I ain't sorry. I thoroughly enjoy those. This is why werewolves are probably my favorite. Werewolf shifters in general are my favorite, because I love the pack politics and the hierarchy and the moving up and down the rank and the dominance battles, and just all of that speaks to me. I don't care if you don't like it. I do. So there is more of that in this than there is in the Mercy Thompson series, if you like that kind of if you have read the Mercy Thompson series, but not these. So, yep, this has moved up to my top 3 favorite series list, with the Kay Daniel series, the Mercy Thompson series, and now the Alpha and Omega series. That is all for this book review today, guys. Yeah, that's it. I will catch you guys later. Bye.